think over the next couple of days. Now, of course, it's still too early to pinpoint exactly when, where, and what time we could see some of that rain over the weekend for our last weekend of Balloon Fiesta, but we can at least help with what's going on today and even tomorrow as well. So at least for today, temperatures this afternoon, not too bad out there. Right now, we're in the lower 70s in the metro. We've got quite a bit of cloud cover out there, mixed with a little bit of some sunshine out there as well. But by the afternoon, or at least later in the afternoon, we should still see temperatures right around that mid-70s mark for us here in the metro, which puts us just a couple degrees above the average. Once again, though, areas to our north and east, Clayton, Tucumcari, and even Trinidad, Colorado, seeing temperatures warmer than us here in the metro, which usually it's the other way around. Now, areas down into the southern portions of the state where we've seen highs in the upper 80s to even the lower 90s in the last week or so. Now, only this afternoon, Carlsbad going to be the highest one at 85 degrees. Otherwise, lower 80s for some of our friends out in the south and eastern portions of the state. Now, if you are heading out to Balloon Fiesta this evening, here's what you can expect. Mostly cloudy skies throughout most of the events this evening. Temperatures, well, they'll slowly dwindle down from the mid 70s by about that 5 o'clock time frame to the mid and upper 60s by 9 o'clock. Now, what about those rain chances? Well, there is a low rain chance for today, anywhere from a 10 to maybe a 20% chance at most. If we were to see any one storm in the metro come between the hours, well, basically now is when we'll start those rain chances through 11 o'clock this evening, with that highest potential where we have that 20% chance between the hours of 3 and 5, which I'll get to here in just a second. But a big reason why we're going to start seeing an uptick in more of that rain is Tropical Storm Priscilla out in the eastern Pacific. And actually right behind her is newly formed tropical storm Raymond out in the eastern Pacific as well. She's going to, and so is Raymond, they're going to bring a lot of that tropical moisture into our neck of the woods and throughout the desert Southwest over the next several days. So those rain chances, at least for today, again, some spots in the Four Corners have already seen some of that rainfall out there this morning, and they could see another round of that as we go through the rest of the afternoon and even into the evening. Again, for us here in the metro, we're going to give it just a low 10 to 20% chance. Again, some spots still seeing some of that messy wet weather out there right now. Some showers moving through portions of Catron County as of, well, the last several radar scans. But as we get into the afternoon, watch as our friends in Arizona really start to get some of that moisture, but that also starts to funnel into portions of the Four Corners through the remainder of the day today. And then even as we get into tomorrow, where I think that's where we'll see some of the highest potential of rain for our friends out in the Four Corners. I think today, once again, very low rain chances for us. And I think even tomorrow, also extremely low rain chances. So the next couple of days, not too bad out there. But this weekend is going to get a little on the dicey side. But for our friends out in the Four Corners, we'll need to be a little bit more mindful. So not only do we have the flood watches for portions of the Four Corners, but flash flood threat for Farmington and even Gallup, not only today, but even tomorrow. It gets even higher as we still see more of that tropical moisture just funneling up into portions of the Four Corners is possible tomorrow. So be a little bit more mindful for our friends out there. But the southern portions of the state today, a little bit more on the dry side once again as we go through the day today. Roswell and Silver City, only about a 10% chance, but watch for Silver City Saturday through Monday. That's where we have that highest potential of flash flooding for our friends out in that area. For the northern side of the state, again, northwest side, a little bit more on the stormy side later today. More and a couple other spots in the northeast may get to see at least some showers and storms today, but they are a little bit on the lower side in terms of those chances. Again, some spots here in the North Mountains also may get to see some Chama, Santa Fe, and Red River. Santa Fe temperatures this afternoon, not too bad out there, 70 degrees for our friends out there. Highest potential of rain, though, does start to come into the forecast once we get into about the weekend. Saturday looks to be about the rainiest day for a lot of folks across New Mexico, and that does include us here in the metro. Again, temperatures today anywhere from the lower to mid and upper 70s for us here. So once again, not too bad out there for those daytime highs. But again, we'll need to be a little bit more mindful once we get closer to the weekend.